Here it is. This corner kick could be a big one. There's the cross. He rises to meet it, and it's a car! Soccer's biggest tournament is here, and Enterprise is turning every corner kick goal into your chance to win a car. The moment a corner kick is called, post on X with hashtag #OnEveryCorner, hashtag sweepstakes, and tag Enterprise. If it's a corner kick goal, you could win. Winners may pick up their cars at an Enterprise or an Enterprise car sales location on a corner near them. With over 1,000 corner kicks expected, that's a lot of chances to win. For more details and an additional chance to win, visit oneverycorner.com. No purchase necessary for legal residents of the 50 U.S. states and D.C., Puerto Rico, Canada, Ireland, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Spain who are 21 and older. Sweepstakes ends July 19th, 2026. Void where prohibited. Prize awarded if a corner kick goal is scored. For entry details and official rules, visit oneverycorner.com.
But the playoffs, it's like another level. Not only is it loud, but it's like an angry loud. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like, oh, it's like I'm going to murder you!
Welcome back to New Heights, baby.
Yeah.
A Jukes original show presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment and brought to you by our friends at NerdWallet. Make the smart choice about your finances and check out our friends at NerdWallet.
We're still going.
We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is Jason Kelsey, my big brother out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Northeast Ohio athletes turned to Cincinnati Bearcat alums. Yeah. New Heights is a show that is in the championship week. We have made it to the NFC and AFC championships.
Last brothers left.
Feels like this thing's rigged, man. Feels like this thing's rigged, but damn, it's fun, man. It is a fun time to be alive.
Whoever's writing it, thank you.
Subscribe on YouTube to New Heights or wherever you get your podcasts and follow the show on all social media platforms at New Heights Show with one S, please. And visit homage.com/New Heights for all the merch. Jason's wearing a lovely New Heights sweater. As you can see, you can get that thing, that cozy sweater. Jason, what we got coming up?
Got a great episode, Trav. We're going to recap both of our games from the divisional weekend. Look at one of the weirdest end-of-game plays of all time, thanks to the Cowboys. And look ahead to the conference championships we got coming up this weekend. It's going to be a doozy.
A doozy.
A doozy of a weekend of football. But first, as always, it's time for New News.
New News.
Well, new news, old news. Thanks to all of you guys for supporting each and every week. We are still the #1 sports podcast on Spotify and Apple. We're still cracking that #1 ranking every week.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Can't tell you how much we appreciate the support and how quickly this thing has grown. You guys have been awesome. Got to mention a quick sponsor real quick and event that we got going on Super Bowl weekend.
What we got going?
Yeah, we have a new partner. Fireball will be hosting a New Heights event in Arizona, obviously, in a couple weeks. Not sure if there's anything else going on at the time, but if you're a fan of this show and a fan of Fireball, check out our social pages for more details on what they have planned for you guys.
Those little cinnamon delights.
So yeah, excited to see what Fireball has in store for us. Trav, you went on McAfee.
I did. The Pat McAfee show, baby. What a legendary guy.
Yeah,
and supporting cast, man. Everybody over there is absolutely awesome. Got to see one of our Ohio football natives, Centerville, Ohio, Ohio State Buckeye, A.J. Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
I was on there. He pulled out a freshman year photo of him and threw it on the TV behind me, man. Had to let him know we're representing Ohio football today.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Yeah, I mean, obviously Pat's had his show for a while now and been unbelievably successful. A true inspiration.
Two guys like us, man.
Yeah, I think players, I mean, he's a big advocate for players capitalizing on themselves, getting involved and telling their story. He's been huge with that for a long time. On top of just being a great dude. I mean, I remember being at a couple Pro Bowls, I think, with Pat. And, man, you want to talk about energy. That dude has it at all times. Like, it is unbelievable
He is never unplugged, man. That guy is plugged in at all times.
Yeah, he's
Absolutely
an infectious
electric.
personality, man.
If you guys have any fun listening to us, you guys definitely want to check out the Pat McAfee show. Go ahead, and I'm sure they're on. I mean, I watch them on YouTube, but I'm sure they're absolutely everywhere. They're on Siri,
it's on
Siri XM Radio every Monday through Thursday, I believe.
AJ Hawk, you guys started talking about aliens?
Yeah,
it
was out of left field. I got asked a few football questions. Boston Counter asked me about Mama Kelson, her adventures in the playoffs, trying to see both of us play in the same day, and unfortunately, it wasn't able to happen this past weekend like it was last year. But this year, she is going to be able to see both her sons play in the playoffs this week. I believe she'll be in Philly watching Jason go at it for the championship game. But yeah, then AJ came out of left field with this alien conspiracy question, and it immediately made me think of when we were kids and Ed Kelsey, our father, having the satellite channel on his computer connected to the speakers, and at all times it being on, and us hearing sound waves that came from outer space.
That's right. Yeah, SETI. I don't even know what it's called, the SETI network or whatever. Apparently, they've been looking for extra life forms for a long time now, and people kind of huddle together to somehow get these wavelengths. I don't know. It's science. Anyways, I don't think they've found anything yet.
What? You don't think they found anything yet? You don't remember hearing those noises? You don't remember hearing those noises?
Yeah, but I don't think they got anything definitive of alien or extraterrestrial life yet. Maybe I'm wrong.
What? So what do you think all those sounds were? Because it would be like 3:00 in the morning, and I would hear. I don't know. And it's like, probably, Dad, that's what made me ask him about it. Like, Dad, what the fuck is this noise that's going on in your office?
If I was a betting person, I bet it's some noise that the SETI people are putting on every single one of those guys' speakers.
You think they're just bamboozling everybody? It was a voluntary deal, right? Dad had to
apparently, yeah.
He had to volunteer his computer data, right?
No, it's like I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they got the data from I don't know.
Somehow he gave
smart people figured this out,
or yeah.
I'll tell you what. If they were getting data from our computers, we were sending nothing but viruses to that database because I was downloading music illegally.
Music? Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's where those viruses came from music?
Yeah. Bear share, dude.
Yeah.
Bear share, LimeWire, man.
My favorite thing about growing up with Ed Kelsey, this reminds me of a story. My favorite thing, because the Napster and LimeWire and all those things had just gotten big when we were in middle school and high school.
Middle school, high school, yeah. And CDs had just came out, so you could download music, put them on. But this is typical Ed Kelsey fashion. We would download music, and my dad would get furious, and he'd say, "You're stealing money. You are stealing those songs. That is against the law. What you're doing, and you're going to get in trouble. You can't steal." Okay, and then meanwhile, he would take his local library card. Yeah, he would take his library card, walk over to the library, take out a bunch of CDs, and burn them onto the computer. And somehow that wasn't stealing. Somehow that was any different than us downloading them. He didn't pay for any of those. I paid for this in taxes. This is mine. I paid taxes for this. Man, he would abuse that library music selection, man. I'll tell you what, man. It made my music collection, selection, way more. It actually was
awesome.
It opened up my. I was listening to shit.
We had an entire library in our house. We had a library of music from jazz to polka scattered throughout our library.
Big polka guys.
Yeah.
Big polka guys.
He was big Motown. He was big Motown and Chicago.
I
think we had, I don't even know how many albums of Chicago was on that freaking thing. You just go to see, if you did it by artist name, once you got to C, it was just Chicago. God damn, how many albums did Chicago come out with?
Ah, man. I wonder whose dad's still stealing from the library, man.
He's still doing it. I bet there's.
Don't say that. Every time he goes into the
It's
library,
not even
the
stealing.
librarians, Philadelphia librarians are going to see Ed Kelsey coming in like, Dad, fuck these.
It's
taking
legal.
it.
It's legal. Paid for in taxes.
You're right. That's pretty damn good.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's legal. Maybe it's not.
You gotta love the late '90s, early 2000s scams, man. You could scheme it up real quick, man.
What else were we talking about? What was the alien question he asked you?
He said there's a lot of conspiracies popping up because they're like videos are coming out online of like UFO sightings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I guess the government kind of, right? Isn't that it? I haven't even looked it up as much.
I
I've
think
heard that
there was
people started talking about aliens. I'm like, oh, they're
guy.
at the old alien conversation again, huh?
I'm
Bob
not a big
Lazar proved it to
conspiracy
us
guy.
all.
Bob Lazar, if you believe that guy.
Yeah. What's there not to believe?
Hey, Bob Lazar, he worked there. Aliens.
It makes sense.
I'm out.
Magnets, dude. Magnets. Magnets are the most powerful.
Until they get some high definition videos and some things that are a little bit more conclusive, I'm agnostic to the alien conspiracies.
Agnostic. A-G. It's A, right? Egg.
It's an A.
Or E-G-G. Is it agnostic? Or
It's AG. Ag.
A-G.
A-G-N-O-S-T-I-C.
Shout out to
Agnostic.
AG1. Let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. Moving
Hold
on to
I want to talk more about the aliens.
All
What
right.
is
My bad. I thought we were done. What do you want to talk about? They're definitely here.
They're here?
They're here for sure. I think
You're
they're either underwater or Antarctica.
Why would they be on Antarctica?
Because nobody's there.
Yeah, but isn't the whole reason you come here to?
And it's like the
They're
most like
observing
that's
us,
where the magnets are. I'm telling you, it's magnets. That's where the
I
magnets
think-
are. That's
I
that's
think all of
that's
this
what's
stuff-
keeping us on our axle. There's shit there.
This is what
that
I
we
think.
don't know
I
about.
think all of this stuff that people can't explain is our incredibly advanced military and Air Force doing secretive missions with technology that nobody else has a clue about. And yeah, that's my theory.
Tell me this. So all these ancient maps, how do you think they found out about Antarctica? And like, do you think they were just like, taking
it's
boats
Pangea.
up there?
It's Pangea. Used to be all Pangea.
So when did they find out about Pangea, Jason?
It all used to be just one continent.
That's what I'm saying. When did they know that? They didn't know that.
Yeah, it was all one continent before there was no ocean.
So after Pangea happened.
After Pangea split.
Yeah, once it split.
I don't know. I don't even know when Pangea split. What are we talking about right here? All right. Explain maps. I can't explain half of these things. I don't even know how half of these things exist now.
What do you mean? You look at a map from like ancient times, right?
Yeah.
They have them all over the place.
Yep.
They have the outlines of countries or like old
Sure.
Whatever they would be, civilizations, right?
Yeah.
How is Antarctica even on the map? There was no civilizations up there.
I don't even know if that's true. If Antarctica was on the map, I've never seen one of these.
I've looked this
You've
up.
looked
It's
this up.
mind blowing. It's mind blowing. How do they know about it?
I would assume somebody took a
They
boat
weren't taking
ride.
boats up there.
How do you know that?
Taking boats? You can't. It's freezing.
They took boats everywhere.
No, they didn't make it
That's
back.
how they found America.
Titanic didn't even make it back. All right, let's keep
Can we
moving.
cut this entire segment?
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
even
You
know.
wanted to keep going. You're the one that wanted to keep going.
We gotta cut this whole thing.
1773, Captain James Cook became the first recorded navigator to cross the Antarctic Circle. Imagine that. And ancient maps from like back in the day, like Roman days, have Antarctica on the map. So how aliens are the only one. Aliens made the maps.
Why does everything that we can't explain about older civilizations get reduced to, like, when we can't explain it, aliens? How did they build these pyramids? We're not really sure. Must have been aliens.
Magnets.
It couldn't just be that they were smarter than we thought they were. It's such a disrespectful thing to like do this and be like, they were dummies back then. There's no way they knew more than we know about anything.
No, they weren't dummies. They were being told what to do by really smart aliens.
I think that different civilizations had a different frame of reference that knew how to do all this stuff they had to figure out ways to do all these things, and we have since lost touch. It's the same reason why if you dropped one of us off in the Amazon rainforest right now, we wouldn't know what the fuck to do. And there's whole tribes of people that live there are surviving just fine because they've had a plethora of knowledge built up in the region. I don't know, whatever. Well, the world used to be flat.
And then aliens balled that fucker up.
That's probably,
balled that
I
thing
think that's
up.
how that happened. Captain James Cook, isn't that the guy that got killed in Hawaii? Or not Hawaii, he got killed in...
No, that's the guy that tried to steal Peter Pan from the
I knew you
Neverland.
I knew you were going to do this. I already knew the joke before it came out of your mouth.
Because I love Peter Pan.
Yeah, that's Hook. Hook. I think he is based off of... I wonder if that's a...
James Hook.
Is it Captain James Hook?
I fucking know.
I don't... What's Captain Hook's first name?
I don't know. All I know is Spee.
Shmee.
Shmee.
It's not Spee. It's Shmee.
It's Shmee?
Shmee. Yes. Trust me. I have two
trust
children.
Me. Trust me.
Trust Shmee. It's not Spee. It's
Can we
Shmee.
finally move on from this shit?
I'm pretty sure Captain James Cook got killed by
aliens.
No, he got killed in oh my god, what are the islands that are accused of cannibalism and stuff like that? Oh my gosh.
You talking about Pangea? Biggest island ever known to man.
Oh, it's not Easter Island. Is it Easter Island? I don't know. Whatever.
You want to keep
It was Hawaii. Okay, cool. All right. I thought so. All right, whatever.
All right, let's get the fuck out of that. Fan mentions of the week. Buffalo Wild Wings, baby. We talked about it a little bit last episode. I was mistakenly wrong. It is not an Ohio company, I don't believe. Based out of New York, and they hit us up on Twitter and let us know what BW3 originally stood for, and that's Buffalo Wild Wings and WEC. WEC being a sandwich, an East Coast name, nickname for a sandwich. I had no idea. I didn't even know they sold sandwiches.
This is a Buffalo, New York thing, right? Not like a New York thing.
Well, yeah, New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard of a WEC. I didn't even know it was called Buffalo Wings, Wild Wings and WEC. So, yeah. Thanks, Buffalo Wild Wings, for clearing that up.
Yeah.
So do we keep calling it BW3s? I don't think I can stop at this point.
It's just a natural. It's a natural.
Yeah. I'm going to keep doing it.
All right. Well, we do love BW3s, and I still got to try that Sauce Gardner. Guy Fieri declined to take part in our Waffle House Diner poll in our debate.
I could have used you, Guy.
Man, Guy, I'm kind of thankful you didn't, because I know I had a feeling he was pushing away from it being a diner. It was. I will say this: it might not be a diner now in terms of what it is today, because it's a very commercialized place, but it was definitely one time a diner.
When it was the first one ever?
Yeah, when it was the first one ever.
I can't deny that.
And then every single one of them was modeled off of that diner. So I'm going to say that diner is everywhere now. So now it's a diner.
It's a diner?
Yeah.
Well, 50. Yeah, you said 59%. 59% think it's a diner.
The polls we went to.
Listen, we're a democratic process here. We're a democratic process. Firmly believe in that.
And the good guys prevail.
Yeah, sometimes.
Again, man, I get the job.
Sometimes people can be wrong. We didn't have enough East Coast. We didn't have enough East Coast voters. There's not enough Philadelphians voting in that.
Who's voting for this thing then?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. There's just. I feel like diners are like so localized, like a true diner, like mom and pop diner to like the Northeast, that you just don't see them in the South. So. A lot of people are like, of course, Waffle House is a diner. It's the only diner I've ever been to.
You don't think there's diners in the South?
I don't think so.
You think diners and delis are just a Northeast Coast thing?
There might be delis, but I think diners that's like a Northeast thing, I think. I mean, we had them in Cleveland. In Cleveland Heights, we had some diners, so maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
The Pressers own one, I thought. No, that was Big Fun. That was Big Fun.
No, they own those two makeshift diners for a little bit. Then they sold them. And Jeremy Gatta's dad or grandfather turned one of them into like an Italian restaurant.
All right now.
This is my only thing. I I still think a diner, if you think of it like it's like the way it looks and it's breakfast, yeah, I get it. It's a diner. But I feel like if you think of it more along the lines of like a extremely specific thing, then and I'm going to bring this comparison up, like Papa John's is a pizza store or a pizza restaurant. It's not a pizzeria, right? Like,
What?
is Papa John's a pizzeria?
It sells pizza pies. Why isn't it a pizzeria?
That's my point. Like a pizzeria is like an Italian family that owns like a pizzeria, and they talk like this, and
All
they
right, now
you can't be Pizza Hut and call yourself a pizzeria.
You've been living in Philly way too long, man.
Like like Subway's not a deli. It's a sandwich shop, but it's not a.
It's not a deli?
No, it's not a deli.
You get deli sandwiches.
You can get deli meats, but it's not a deli. Everybody knows when you say deli, you're thinking of something much different.
We gotta take these to the polls, man.
All right, take it to the polls.
We gotta take these to the polls, man.
I'm just saying.
Is Subway a deli, and is Papa John's a pizzeria?
Listen, if you don't have pastrami that's been made in the store, it's going to be hard to consider yourself a deli. I'm just saying.
Please, can we get some more East Coasters, to some Philadelphians and some New Yorkers to chime in on this, please?
Yeah. 7,000 people voted, though. So it had a good sample size. Appreciate everybody for supporting this poll. There was a lot of fun. But is Ponderosa a steakhouse?
Now that, damn. No, I think that's just a restaurant.
Is Taco Bell a taqueria?
Some of them, the ones that sell tequila, yes.
Taco Bell sell tequila?
Oh yeah, Taco Bell sells tequila. There's a few Burger Kings that sell beer. You never seen these? You got to get outside, Jason.
Yeah, I got to leave the house.
Got to leave the house, bud.
Is Long John Silver's a seafood restaurant?
Not when it's connected to a Taco Bell. All righty, here we go. Fan signs at Arrowhead from Tiffany McGinnis on Twitter. Sign says, taking the decibel levels to new heights. Trevor Lawrence, can you hear us yet?
Great tweet.
It was absolutely rocking.
Great tweet.
I'm gonna say that Trevor Lawrence is an absolute gamer, and I'm not sure if it matters how loud it gets. That's kind of where I stand. That's where I stand whenever I go to a loud stadium. I'm not really thinking about it because we just go silent cadence, and I don't have to worry about hearing things.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that's his response to it. But I like you defending Arrowhead and Chiefs Kingdom, Tiffany. Getting everybody fired up. We are the loudest stadium in the world on record. 142 decibels.
Did you guys break the record this week?
I don't know. Maybe we're going to have to break it this week because a lot of Cincinnati Bengals fans are calling it Burrowhead instead of Arrowhead.
Burrowhead. Whoa.
Yeah.
The disrespect to Arrowhead continues.
They're throwing a lot of bulletin board material out there, man.
Well, you could tell it was loud because every single time he made a check or changed the play, not only would he have to go up to the line to change the play, the running back was coming up with him. And like when it's that loud, it's like, man, these guys cannot hear each other. So,
oh yeah,
good job, Arrowhead, making it a good environment.
Oh yeah, and the most adorable mention of the week, Jason woke up to a 3-year-old daughter, Wyatt, singing Eagles fight song at the crib, or in her crib, I should say. What was over the intercom, right? You heard her over the intercom?
Yeah, the little nanny cam. Yeah.
E-A-E-L-E-S, Eagle! Yay!
What have we done?
She sang the whole thing. She started off with "Fly, Eagles, fly," but I couldn't get my phone out quick enough to catch every part of it.
I thought she just started at A.
No. She killed it.
A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. She got hype for the Eagles too.
Yeah.
She's in her crib trying to go. She's supposed to be going to sleep. Not after a big time Eagles win. Not after a big Eagles win. Philadelphia can't sleep after a. Yeah, gotta love Baby Wyatt. She's adorable, man.
All righty. Well, we've reached time for what's become our favorite segment, I think.
Yes.
It's time for No Dumb Questions.
Just
dumb people.
Dumb people.
That's right.
Yes.
No Dumb Questions is brought to you by our smart friends at NerdWallet. If you want to make smarter decisions about your finances, ask the nerds at NerdWallet. If you want someone to answer your not dumb questions, ask us. This week, we got a question from Hank on Twitter. If you could take away one rule in football and you could add one rule in football, what would they be?
Ooh, that is a great question. That is definitely not a dumb question. That is actually a very intriguing question. Yeah, this is a great question, Hank.
I think clearly the penalty that I would get rid of is offensive holding because it's an offensive lineman's nightmare.
You can't get rid of that.
I sure can. It asked in the prompt. It was very specific. If you could take away one rule in football, I would take away the one rule that makes my job infinitely harder. I would take away holding.
What about defensive holding? You're going to keep defensive holding?
Of course. That makes that would make my job harder. I don't care if it's fair or not. I just want my job to be easier.
Yeah. I thought we were talking about what'll make the game better and more entertaining.
Or what's a bad rule?
Yeah, what's a bad rule?
All right, we can do it that way. All right.
I'm saying what's a bad rule? Taunting. We should be able to taunt. We're a professional organization. We should be able to taunt the other player. And I'm not talking about
what does that have to do with professional organization?
Because I mean, when you're kind of going through the ranks, like high school, college, like you're still developing. You know what I mean? That professionalism. I don't know. I think at a younger age it's not necessarily needed. But heck, if we're going that route, let everybody taunt. Who cares? If you can't stop me, don't get mad at me.
We have to have respect for your opponents. You got to have respect.
I got great sportsmanship. What? I'll shake everybody's hand after the game.
Not if you're taunting. Is that sportsmanship?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just playing the game. What do you mean? I'm a respectful taunter. I just tell everybody you can't stop me. I'm not going to tell you.
I'm trying to think of stupid. I'm trying to think of dumb rules. Me catching the ball
makes you feel bad enough. What's that?
I'm trying to think of dumb rules. What's a rule that I don't like that exists?
Can't take your helmet off.
See, you want to get rid of all the rules that aren't going to affect the game, though.
What do you mean? Taunting definitely affects the game.
These aren't.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
Well, if it gets called, but removing the penalty is not going to make the game change.
I think it'll make it way more entertaining when you get to what I'm going to say for my other rule.
What's your other rule?
I want to bring in.
What do you want to bring in?
One fight per game, hockey style. How electric would that be?
You want to take it back to
two heavyweights, O-line, D-line, just snap, helmet off. We get 30 seconds, just duke it out right here. Once we hit the ground, game's over. But
who's stopping it? The ref stops it once it hits the ground?
Yeah, we might have to have like bodyguards on the sideline just for that one moment.
So
you only get one player per team. This can't be a gang up like 5-on-5.
Can't be a brawl.
One-on-one. That's it.
You both take your helmet off, square up. Let's settle this.
Let's settle this right now.
God damn, that would be exciting. I'm not gonna lie.
Could you imagine? It would be the first play of the game. Well, it would be like within the first drive, guys would just be
why
like,
is
all
that
right, here we go.
Has that ever been like why was that grandfathered in the NHL, but for some reason no other sport allowed that to happen?
I don't know, man, but fuck, I love going to hockey games for it.
Yeah, but
just a bare knuckle brawl, baby.
You barely ever see anybody get like knocked out in those hockey brawls.
Well, it's hard to get a good lick on somebody on the ice.
That's what I'm saying.
Man.
I feel like,
especially if you know the good technique. If you know the technique, opposite shoulder, you got to extend. You can't let him get a full swing.
You grab the jersey. Once you have the jersey, you can control that shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. Until you can't.
Or you do the jersey over the head.
The Mighty Duck style.
Mighty Ducks
style. Bash Bros.
There would be some vicious knockouts. I can't imagine. And are there weight classes? Like are defensive linemen fighting linebackers, or like is there a receiver versus D line?
Don't be barking up the wrong tree, dog.
Like are you only allowed to fight with the guy that you're chirping with, or can another guy come in and be like? Is this just going to turn into like 1980s?
It's going to be like
hockey.
It's going to be
with like
NHL.
Enforcers.
You're going to go get an enforcer.
Like we have our enforcer. You have their enforcer.
Somebody's signing Mike Tyson. Come on, Mike. We're going to need you one play a game.
I mean, I would love to watch it. I'm not going to lie. I am not going to lie. I would love to watch that.
Dude, let's do it. Let's do it in NFL, man. Let's make this game more exciting, man. Get the ratings up.
If we did it right now, who's the enforcer on the Chiefs?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with Frank Clark, baby.
Frank Clark,
yeah, he's
not
got
Chris
them
Jones.
hands. He's got them hands, baby.
He's got the hands?
Ooh, he's got
He's
the
a little
hands.
bit light, though. Like, if he goes up against a bigger guy.
He goes up against bigger guys all the time.
All right. I'm trying to think of who our enforcer would be.
I might know who it is.
Who do you think it is?
Number 62.
It's definitely not me. I ain't fighting nobody.
You were the enforcer in Cleveland Heights. I know that.
Yeah. Once upon a time, maybe, but not now. I'm too old for that.
You were the LEL enforcer.
The LEL enforcer?
Lake Erie League, baby. Shout out to the Lake Erie League.
I feel like it would have to be either Jordan Mailata just on pure size, or
Big
Linval
Fletch.
Joseph.
Ooh.
Fletch could do it too.
I can see Fletch. just.
I feel like Linval Joseph, he got a hell of a reach. He's like 340, 330.
It's a big dude.
Man.
Dominic Sue. I'm not barking up that tree. Fuck that.
Yeah, we got some guys.
Good for you. I tell you what, that's pretty damn good. I cannot keep this conversation going without mentioning Trey Smith being an enforcer.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot forget about 65, baby. 65 is definitely laying the law.
Some of those videos of him going at it with different guys, whether
And
it's
not just guys, like dudes.
Yeah.
Like
Simmons over there in Tennessee.
Simmons, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's I love the way the guy plays the game. I really do.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Me too. I love that fucking guy. Shout out to Trey. He's definitely our enforcer too. Who else you got? Who do you got though? What do you got? You didn't name your two. Holding, offensive holding, and then what else?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if I'm getting rid of a penalty, that I think it's a good. I think holding is a good penalty though. I just think it's annoying as an offensive lineman that you can't do it.
Which one would you add? What rule would you add? I always think of how like baseball always tries to make the game more offensive.
Yeah,
and they do stuff to like try and add to the like the hits and everything, like make the wind the baseballs a little tighter.
I would change the motioning rules. I think you should be able to be more chaotic on offense, but pre-snap. I don't think you should have to be set. Like
Canadian style?
I like the Canadian rules on motions.
Canadian,
where you can get a full-on run and start.
Mm-hmm.
Or also just having multiple people in motion. I think that it's already such an advantage for the offense when that happens. When you motion one guy, I think the fact that the defense doesn't have to be set, but the offense has to be set, I think is just a dumb rule. Is that not fair?
Wait, what?
Like the defense, they can.
Oh,
They can be moving all over the place. They can be hiding everything. But the offense, you have to be set. If two guys go in motion, they both have to come back to a complete stop for a second before, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's some really cool things that could happen from an offensive structure if you change those motioning structures or those motioning laws.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got both of our deals. That's pretty solid.
The other thing I would do is go back to the old rules of overtime.
You don't like the new rules? I'm not going to lie.
I don't. It's going to keep happening. Like, it's like, oh, well, the coin toss, we got a possession and you didn't. Oh, well, now we get the position back. Then you're going to go back and score again. Like, it's like a never ending thing. It's like, dude, listen, the game was tied. Next point wins. Like, stop complaining. Life isn't fair sometimes. You lose a coin toss.
You got to
go play some defense. I don't know what you want me to say.
And I've been on both sides of the spectrum.
So have I.
You know what I mean? And it is. You had 4 quarters before that overtime to put a drive together to put up points that you should have put up points on.
Like, everybody's like this. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on these. It's ridiculous.
I think another cool rule, just me personally, would be pretty sweet if you got one double pass either per game or per half.
Ooh, double pass meaning
like you could throw a slant, a forward pass, and the guy that caught the slant could throw like a fade on the other side of the ball, on the other side of the field. How electric would that be? Yeah, you want to talk about touchdowns, baby.
And that would be interesting.
And turnovers.
That would be interesting to see how that changed the game.
That'd be cool.
So basically, for one play, Well, you want to just throw one double pass, or would it just be for one play? There's no rules as to
forward, lateral.
However you want to move this ball around, move the ball around.
That'd be crazy. You could forward, lateral, just become like basketball fast break style. You're just three man weaving. You're
playing rugby essentially, right? Or no, you can't throw the ball forward in rugby either. You can only throw it backwards.
The lateral rule is different though. I think as long as the ball is behind you after you pitch it, like once you pitch it, as long as the ball is behind you when the guy catches it,
so you can throw it forward and outrun it.
Yeah, I don't think you can't do that in the league. It has to be wherever. Like if you're on the 4-yard line, the guy who's catching it can't catch it on the 5. It has to be on like the 3.
Yeah. I remember seeing like a clip, and like Russell Wilson was like scrambling and threw a ball. What looked like live, it was a lateral, but when you like paid attention to the hashes, it actually moved forward like a half yard.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, guys, what the fuck are we talking about? Like,
it's right, it's behind him.
This is gonna happen once a season. Like maybe like this is not a big deal. They overdo it sometimes with this stuff. I think there's such a, because of replay, there's like such a emphasis that everything has to be perfect and nailed, and like all of this stuff is going to be subjective to a certain extent of like what's happening live on the field. I don't know. Whatever.
You do know. You just said it.
What used to be a catch was clear. It was like the clearest rule in the world. And then Des Bryant had to go across and have this one moment. And now we've been changing what is a catch for like the last 10 years. And now nobody knows what a catch is, basically. I mean, I think it's a little bit clearer now, but it was really unclear like 2 years ago.
Yeah. And so it was the same thing as the quarterback, the tuck rule, the QB forward pass, like in the pocket. Like, was the elbow coming forward? Is he tucked it yet? They've been changing that thing back and forth since Brady and the Raiders went at it. Have
they? They made the wrong call in that playoff game. That was clearly a fumble, right?
Not if you go by the rules.
No, by the rule back then it was a fumble. They had to change the rule, and then they changed it back, right?
I think that's the situation.
I don't know. I can't remember. It looked like a fumble.
Damn it. I hate when I can't remember. That was a great question. That was a great fucking question. I enjoyed talking that question, and hopefully the NFL allows fighting like hockey.
That would be a great rule change. I'm all for that. What happens at the end of the fight?
Ooh, that's a good question. Do you get like a quarter removed? You get removed for the remaining or
is there a penalty?
Minutes,
is it
like
just
a 5 minute in the box? Do we get a box in the NFL now? Ooh, you get a penalty. You got to go to the box for a few plays.
A little NFL sin bin.
That's a pretty good one to add.
I think that'd be good.
you get a holding penalty, or you like.
Where would it be at?
Now you're allowed to target, but you get 2 quarters in the box.
Where would it be at? Where would the box be at?
End zones.
It has to be, right?
It's the most fucking rowdy.
Yes. You got to go sit in the end zone.
In the stands too. There's got to be a glass box in the stands. You just get fucking rained on. You just get.
God, that'd be awesome.
Death. Fuck.
We need to do this. All righty. That about does it for No Dumb Questions. No Dumb Questions is brought to you once again by NerdWallet. If you want to make smarter decisions about your finances, ask our friends at NerdWallet. If you want someone to answer your not so dumb questions, ask us.
Moving on to 12 bold topics throughout the NFL. And I'm not even sure if it's going to be 12 this week again. Who knows? I know we're going to talk about some topics, and usually resides around me and Jason's games. Jason usually asks topics about my game. I ask topics about his, and we go from there to the rest of the storylines throughout the league. Jason, you want to start us off?
Yeah, we're going to start off with the Chiefs, baby. Chiefs 27, Jags 20.
Arrowhead was rocking.
Started out hot, quick, and fast, but we got to start with what everybody's wondering about, which is Pat Mahomes. Suffered an ankle injury in the first quarter, came back in the second half. Well, I think he kind of came back right away, then left, then came back in the second half. Trey, why don't you walk us through that moment?
Yeah, I'll walk you through it. Obviously, you hate to see when your quarterback goes down, let alone anybody on the freaking field. But when you got the MVP of the league go down in the playoffs in the most meaningful game of the season up to date. I mean, that's not an easy situation to go through. And what made it even harder is that he was kind of right on that brink of going back in or coming out. Can he still be a productive quarterback in this style of offense with his ankle like that? And then you got to take in the fact that, what's really just happened. Like, did he tear ligaments? Did he break a bone? The training staff, the kind of the upstairs part of it, that is it's a $500 million man that just got injured. We want to make sure that he's good, not only for this game, but for the rest of his career. So I think they had to do a little bit more assessing and evaluating on him. But it's just it's a tough situation to go through as a team. Anytime your leader goes down, it's a tough mindset. But no matter who it is, and you can't take away what Pat does for this team and what he does, to make us win every week in, week out. But you have to have that next man in mentality. You have to, no matter who it is that goes out. And you have to have the confidence that they're going to be able to step up and do their job to the best of their ability and find a way to get the win. I know that Pat was pacing up and down the sidelines trying to get back in the game. He didn't want to freaking leave that game. Nobody wanted him. Everybody wanted to see him back in there. They just wanted to make sure they made the right decision, for his health and for the team.
Yeah.
But I think when it was finally said and done, I think Pat finally kind of persuaded everybody that he was okay on the sideline, and that he could go in there and gut it out and find a way to get us that win. But Chad Henne, man, you can't say enough about what he is to this team as a veteran guy, as a veteran leader, a guy that's, been in the league since 2008, seen a lot of football, seen a lot of great teams, knows how to win, and sure enough, steps up in the biggest moments when this team needs him. And he did it a couple years ago against Cleveland, and sure enough, this year found a way to put up a huge touchdown when Pat went down, a 98-yard, 99-yard drive, backed up. When your first play is your feet are in the end zone, that is not a comfortable position to be in. And Chad Henne, man, he just a veteran guy, gunslinger, just out there putting the ball where it needs to be. And sure enough, everybody rallied around him, man. When you get a guy that everybody loves and everybody respects in the locker room, you want to play that much harder for the guy. And Chad's one of those guys for sure. But yeah, nice.
Yeah, no, I think it was clear that Pat was hurting. So I think the training staff and everybody did right by him by making him go inside and get an x-rayed. He did not look good moving around, especially when he tried to stay in there for a little bit. He's hobbling around. It did not look good when he was trying to go.
Yeah.
So, when it looks like that, I feel like you at least got to go in and take a look at it. But
and those
came out in the second
sprains,
half.
Man.
Oh, yeah, they're vicious.
Those can be no fun. They're a little I hate to say it like this, but it's almost better if you've already done it once.
Oh, for sure.
Because you've already tore a few ligaments in there, at least a little bit, and it's kind of a little bit looser. It's not it doesn't get as swollen or as black and blue because, it's just
your body doesn't have
there.
as much of a reaction when you've already sprained it or torn that ligament.
Yeah, but it can get to as bad as needing surgery if you don't if you get it too often.
Yeah,
I can attest to that because I definitely got that surgery. But it's definitely not an injury you want to play around with. But I'm telling you what, man, that guy 1-5, man, he just finds a way to gut it out, and we love him for it, man. We love him for his ability to just put pain aside and put the team first every single time.
Yeah, no, I thought he came out in the second half, looked a lot better. I don't know what they did at halftime to make him feel that much better, but was able to get it done there. Chad obviously went in there and. An amazing drive, especially given the circumstances, coming in cold, not really having any prep during the week, I'm sure. What gave you faith that he was going to be able to go out there and get it done?
Well, one thing is that he's done it before. He's done it when we played Cleveland in the playoffs a few years ago. On top of that, he's got the moxie, man. He's got the confidence. He's got the swagger that when he gets into a huddle and he says, "Hey guys, man, let's rally. Let's do this thing, huh?" Everybody respects that. Everybody feels that emotion and that confidence, kind of just breathing out of him. That rallies the guys. And everybody, I think, in that huddle knew exactly how to attack this defense and how to get the ball downfield. sure enough, the O-line played absolutely great throughout the entire course of the game. Our run game got going real well. And I think guys just making plays all over the field really helped Chad feel comfortable back there. And yeah, sure. It's when he came in though, there was no hiccup. There was no like hitch in the steps. There's no like doubt or question of anything. We all knew that Chad had the ability to get us to find a way to win for sure.
Yeah, it's part of being on a good team. You feel confident in whoever's out there. Yeah. Obviously, nobody's gonna be Pat Mahomes, but. Hey, we still got a game to play. And Chad Henne's proven he can be a good quarterback in the league.
Listen, man, Henne-thing is possible, man. You feel me?
You talk about scoring a touchdown. You were the one that scored the touchdown. And for some reason,
Henne
you were
necessary.
You were in a big throw the football into the crowd mode.
Any way you want it, that's the way you get it. Any way you want it.
Yeah, you were in a big throw the football into the crowd mood. You threw the first ball into the crowd, threw the second ball into the crowd.
Listen.
And you were telling me before we got going on the show today that you were a little bit upset you threw that second touchdown into the crowd.
Fuck!
Because that was Chad Henne's first playoff touchdown pass.
I checked the stats. I think it is his first touchdown pass in the playoffs, and he's been in the league since 2008, so I think that might be one that he would want to hold on to. Obviously, wasn't thinking that. When I scored, just got excited and said, "Woohoo! 98 yards, baby!" And yeah, no, I'm an absolute idiot. If the Chiefs fan that has the football can reach out to the show, and we'll make sure we get you something in exchange if you're willing to let me present that to Chad, because I definitely feel like an asshole for not making sure he gets that ball.
Yeah, I got a good feeling you're not seeing that ball anymore, but
I'm not seeing that ball.
I hope it happens.
Like I'm not
Chad.
seeing that Cincinnati helmet that I gave you in the stands. I ain't seeing neither one of those.
All right,
my
Trav,
bad, hen dog.
Let's talk about some of these records. Trav, you went 14 for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I did
Hell
not
of a stat
know
line.
I had 14 catches. I did not know that.
You started out the game, the first drive, you had 5, right? 4 or 5. It was 4 or 5. Because I only saw the first half because we were getting ready to play a game, obviously. And you came out right from the gate with a bunch of catches. 14 receptions marks the third most by any player in a postseason game in NFL history. Only Darren Sproles, my man Darren Sproles, Philadelphia Eagles and all, had 15 in a game.
Damn.
In the 2011-2012 season. And James White had 15. Yeah. In 2018-19 season.
Sounds like it was a check down day.
Well, Darren wasn't a check down guy.
I'll tell you what, it was a check down day for me. It was a check down day for me.
Sprolesy was basically a slot receiver in these empty packages. They would get him out there, line him up on a backer, and good luck.
Those feet, man.
Dude, so quick. Even Richard Sherman was shocked. He said, he tweeted, "Imagine allowing the Chiefs to get the ball to Kelsey 14 times. No double, no extra attention." Shake my head.
I was expecting more bracket double in certain situations, but I think they did a great job in terms of their man hole, kind of eyeing me up. But at the end of the day, it still felt like it was just straight
it's
up
a different level of attention, right? It's not
100%, yeah. But yeah, no, it was, and like I said, a lot of the catches were, I don't want to say check down, but they were within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and me just trying to find extra yards. So, but that's how you get big drives in playoff football, man. Because the big shots, they're everybody's keying in on eliminating the big time shots and the big time plays. So all the underneath stuff becomes huge.
Yeah, and when you take that underneath stuff, then it opens up the big stuff later, or you just keep death by inches. Death by 1,000 completions.
All right now.
Our fans also want to know, there's a point in the game where you clearly appear to be wiping your hand on Pat's jersey. What was that about?
That's crazy. They caught me. I didn't even realize I did it. I'll find anybody's like dry jersey or towel and just kind of just make sure that my gloves are clean. I had just dove for a ball in the end zone and got the end zone paint all over my hands, and I was like spitting on my hands and licking my hands trying to get that thing back real grippy. Those Nike gloves, man, them things work like glue. And yeah, so I definitely had to, just make sure we were in the red zone, so I couldn't risk dropping a ball, and so I had to just. All right, Pat, I'm ready. Throw that thing to me. I think we actually scored on that next play too.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got some clips out there of me wiping my hand on Carson's jersey. I feel like, for me, it's my snap hand when it gets wet because I'm sweaty as hell, especially when it's a hot day. Mm-hmm. And then you can't wipe it on yourself because you're sweaty.
We sweat like pigs.
Yeah. You can't wipe it on another offensive lineman because they're sweaty. So the only other person that might not have some sweat on him is the quarterback. So it's like, yep. Right.
It's usually right here on like the shoulder pad.
Exactly. Get the bear paw right on the shoulder pad. and people watching are like, why is he giving Carson Wentz a massage? I'm like, I'm drying my hand off. Cool. Did you see Doug afterwards?
Dougie P. Saw Dougie P, man. It's an honor to share the field with that guy every single time I get to. Got obviously all the respect in the world for him, and that team is going to be really good. I mean, not that they weren't this year, but that team is going to keep building and keep getting better. They got a lot of great young talent. And as they keep adding pieces, Dougie P is going to keep forming that offense into being what it needs to be, man. And sure enough, that Trevor Lawrence is a baller, man.
Dude, couldn't agree more, man.
He is a absolute baller, and I hate to say it, but we finally gave him his first loss on Saturday.
On Saturday? That was his first Saturday game?
Ever. No, it was his first
loss.
Like, he never lost in college. I don't think he's ever lost on Saturday until this past weekend.
Damn.
That's crazy, right? At least that's what I heard.
It's nuts.
I could just pull that out of my ass, but that's what we do here at New Heights. We make up stats and
92%ers. Hey,
and,
we don't even got to say it. 92%ers, you know what we're talking about.
And from our producers, that is 100% true. So
yeah, no, I think Lawrence was extremely impressive down the stretch this year and in the postseason. I think they got a bright future over there. I'm excited to see what they do these next year and how this thing grows. They're only a couple pieces away. I feel like they got a pretty darn good team. They got the quarterback and the head coach figured out, so they ain't got too much more to get right.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, brother. But shout out to Arrowhead for showing up, baby. It was loud and proud. There's something about these playoff games, man. It's just so fucking electric, man. I cherish every single one of them that I get to play, especially the ones in Arrowhead. So Chiefs Kingdom, we're gonna need you even more this week than we needed you last week, man. The AFC runs through Arrowhead again, and we got to protect the house, baby. Moving on to Eagles and Giants. You guys steamrolled them 38-7. Third time playing a team usually doesn't end up in a blowout like this. You kind of caught the entire world by surprise here. There were a lot of people saying that the Giants might have figured you guys out or they had a better shot than what they showed. But and I'm sure the Giants felt they didn't play their best. But 3-0 versus Giants during the season, and the first team in NFL history to beat the Giants 3 times in one season. So congrats on that to the Eagles. The dominance from the start, 28-0 at halftime. 4-goal lead. 4-goal lead. Gets
good, best lead in hockey. 3-goal lead, worst goal lead. 4-goal lead, best goal lead.
That's a pretty comfortable lead right there. Except when you're the Colts. Tied the largest margin of victory in franchise postseason history at 31. Rushed for 268 yards. Them boys was running the ball.
Yeah. Getting after it.
Scott and Miles, man, they went ham, and then sure, obviously getting Jalen back on track. That 268 was the second most in playoff history. Oh, not just franchise history. That's still pretty damn good. Breaking a lot of franchise records. Jalen got a shout out from LeBron. LeBron in quotes on Twitter saying, yeah, like they were saying, anybody would look great as a QB in this Eagles offense. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Haters, man. You know them haters are out there, Bron. Jalen Hurts is special, and I think we all couldn't agree more with you, Bron. That guy's absolutely nuts. How crazy was it in the Linc?
Yeah, Linc was rocking. I mean, it's always rocking for any game, but especially a postseason game. Giants, really good team, had a great year. Listen, I get why people were high on the Giants. They had a great game against Minnesota, coming off beating one of the top teams in the NFC. And to be frank, we didn't end the regular season on a high note. Jalen obviously being injured for 2 of those games. I think, even the game before that when he was healthy against Chicago, we didn't play great. The last game of the year playing against the Giants backups wasn't one of our best games. So, this was the first game in a while that we really put something together of a complete game. The defense played well, offense played well, took care of the ball, created turnovers. I mean, this was our best game in a long time. So it feels really, really good to go out there and do that in a playoff game. And Jalen looked back to the quarterback that he's been.
Yeah, he looked great, man.
He looked healthy. We were able to do the things that free up everything. We talk about 268 yards rushing. I mean, a huge part of that is because of Jalen's ability to be the dynamic player he is at the quarterback position.
The system.
He is the system. So I think, it was a fun game. It really was. And obviously doing it against one of your heated rivals, the Giants in the playoffs. Three of these last four teams in the NFC were all NFC East teams. So the NFC East was a powerhouse of a division this year. So to be the last one standing out of the NFC East is huge.
All right now.
Yeah.
How about the Linc though? How about the Linc?
Yeah.
Was it a little different? Did they absolutely go crazy when Jalen runs out the huddle or runs out the tunnel? How crazy was it really?
They announced the defense for this game, and they were crazy when the defense came on the field. But I mean, they were crazy all game long. I think the Linc is always going to be loud. It's always going to be a hostile environment. But the playoffs, it's like another level. Not only is it loud, but it's like an angry loud. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like, oh, it's like I'm going to fucking murder you. Like, it's like an energy that is a confrontational vibe.
I can attest for this. I've got caught in the madness. You would have thought I was a little Philadelphia kid watching you guys have all those home playoff games when you guys won it back in, what was that, 18?
Yeah.
Man, there was I definitely threw a few F-bombs. There's just something about the electricity at the Linc in the playoffs, man, that just brings it out of you, man.
Like, you can hear, like, when somebody yells, you can hear, is it like, hey, or is it like, hey? Like, you can feel the energy difference in the yell, and it's a much more aggressive energy in the playoffs, and I think teams feel it. Eli Manning certainly felt it. Eli was at the game, and they were doing this thing on the Jumbotron where they were panning to an old Eagles player or legendary Eagles player, and then the crowd would erupt, and then they would pan to Eli, and the whole crowd would boo. Then they'd pan back to an Eagles legend, it would erupt, pan back to Eli, boo. It was pretty awesome. I noticed that, and then the other thing I noticed during the game was, of course, the guy that wanted the baby signed on the Jumbotron. I was sitting out there, I forget what quarter I'm in. I look up and it says, Jason Kelce, please sign my baby. And I was like, I'm gonna have to find that guy before this game's over.
The Eagles put that on the Jumbotron. That's funny.
They put it on the Jumbotron. New Heights made it to the Jumbotron, baby.
Look at us taking our game to new heights. Hey, when they were panning to Eli, did everybody just throw him the bird? Because I feel like that's what it was.
Sure.
They asked Eli how many birds was he going to get tossed at him while
He's getting a lot of double birds.
He got the entire stadium throwing birds at him.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You know what that reminds me of? The pan to the cheering, then pan to the booing, pan to the cheering. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Wing Bowl.
You went to Wing Bowl? Dude, the Wing Bowl was great.
I went to the Wing Bowl when you were in the contest.
Did you? I forgot you went to that. Dude, how crazy is the Wing Bowl? This is like what's not. Philly is so.
That would
not be successful in any place.
That was a fucking culture shock. I don't think is it even successful anymore? Are you guys?
They got rid of it. So
they had to get rid of it.
Well, no, they got rid of it because the whole reason it existed was because the Eagles never went to the Super Bowl. So the year we went to the Super Bowl, that was the last Wing Bowl ever.
Oh, all right. Well.
So the reason that they started that was like a running joke, like the Eagles are never in the Super Bowl, so we're going to have our own bowl. I think Angelo Cataldi, shout out to Angelo in his last year of being on WIP, finally retiring. But I think the geniuses behind that at WIP, that was the reason they started that. So once we won the Super Bowl, they nixed it. But yeah, I don't know if you'd be allowed to do that anymore.
You can't do it.
There's no chance, right? Guys, if you want some unbelievable footage, you should check out Wing Bowl highlights on YouTube if they're around.
I was about to say, are those out there? There's no way that footage got
there's
outside of
stuff
that.
out there. I mean, you don't have the R-rated or the X-rated stuff, but there's some stuff out there.
That's what the panning reminded me of.
Just coaxing girls into flashing the camera.
It was so sick, but I couldn't stop laughing.
It's hilarious when you think about it. But anyways, only in Philadelphia, man. Only in Philadelphia do you have the Wing Bowl, and then you have
if you show them, you get cheers. If you don't, you're getting
booed.
You're getting the Philadelphia boo, which is not a boo. It's an
aggressive boo. Yeah. Yep. It's
electric.
It's a you were a mistake boo. Is that not good? Should we cut that out?
I don't know, man.
All right. Well,
I think
either
it's fair
way,
game.
yeah. Only in Philadelphia do you get the Wing Bowl, and then also get a guy who becomes famous for eating rotisserie chicken for 40 days straight. Unbelievable. All right.
Boston Scott, the giant killer.
Killer.
Absolutely crazy. 19 touchdowns in his career, 11 against the New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
Before the game, social media was hyping up Boston Scott as the Giants killer. 6 for 32 yards and a tutty. Can't go bad with that, especially when you guys were running the ball as well as you were. Did Sirianni? Did he put him at the goal line just to make sure that he kept that streak alive, or got added even more to that stat line of
I guarantee
Giants touchdowns?
Yeah, you know it, and I know it. Coaches sometimes will go out of their way to keep a storyline going, and Boston, he only needed one more touchdown to keep the touchdown streak happening. So I guarantee he had a play dialed up specifically to keep that thing going.
Do you think some players just have like that knack against certain teams, or certain offenses or defenses?
I do think that there's a lot of being successful comes down to like matchups and different. There's for some reason just some players you match up well with, some players you don't, and it might not be like there's some great players that I feel like I've matched up really well with in my time in the NFL, and there's some other guys who I feel like nobody even knows who have made me struggle. And I think what's your weakness sometimes another guy exploits a little bit more than different guys. And for Boston, I think part of it's a little bit of, circumstances and getting opportunities against the Giants. But also too, I think for whatever reason, he's had their number whenever we played him.
All right. Now.
But I got to shout out Kenneth Gainwell, who was really had an outstanding game too. We mentioned Miles. Boston Scott had big games. Kenny had over 100 yards rushing. He had some amazing runs throughout the game. And he was that was probably his best performance of his career in that playoff game. So shout out to Kenny.
All right now, Kenny, I see you playing big in the playoffs, baby.
Yeah.
Eagles O-line, Miles Sanders after the game. Dominate. Pure dominance. I can't put it into words. You just see bodies flying and tossed around, and you're like, "What's going on?" I mean, as a running back, I can see what he's talking about when they go in slow motion and they just see you just absolutely tossing a Giants D lineman out of the way. And I mean, as a runner, you're probably running through these like absolutely like sea parting lanes, and it's just like, whoa, body, what the. Just bullets flying past you, 300-pound bullets just flying past you. That was a pretty good tweet by him. But I think you guys have shown that you guys got one of the best offensive lines in the league, and it was definitely on show in this past weekend, man.
Yeah, huge test. I mean, especially their interior line is so dominant. Dexter Lawrence, best nose guard in the NFL this year. Leonard Williams been a great player for a long time, and we knew we had our hands full. And sometimes it's honestly just, let's not let this guy ruin the game, because those types of players, they can ruin games. Oh yeah. Dexter Lawrence straight up ruined the Minnesota Vikings game. If you go back and watch that tape, and
it's a game record, man.
Yeah, I mean, 1-on-1, I mean that dude is so darn good. So you just you apply attention, you double team him, you try and get more hands on him, and just make sure that he's not the guy that's going to end it for us. Yeah. And
I hear you.
You talked about the one arm block that went viral. Dude, I kind of hate when that stuff happens, because I've been on the other end. I was on the other end of that this year, week 1 against Detroit. Malcolm Rodriguez, who I outweigh by 50 pounds, hip tosses me, and the whole thing goes viral. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Like we said before, everybody gets got. Happens to all of us, and I've been on plenty of those. I don't need any juju going out there of me doing that to somebody else, because that just means it's coming back on me 10 times harder.
You already know, man. Gronk said it when he got worked by Vince Wilfork, man.
Yeah.
Everybody gets God, man. Deion Sanders was told a story about Bo Jackson trying to tackle Bo Jackson, I think in college.
Oh, yeah.
And Bo Jackson got him. And it's just like, all the greats at some point have gotten got, and it just is what it is. You kind of mentioned it earlier on in the year. It's almost like a rite of passage. Like, all right, I got dethroned a little bit.
Hey,
you know what I mean? I
got to lick your wounds up. Got to swallow your pride. Get back up and try and get your own got.
You know it. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I came out of a little press conference after the game. Walked upstairs, hugged mom, dad. Started saying hello to everybody in the suite and glanced over at the TV, and that was the first play I saw. Was you just pancaking a guy with one arm? It's like, oh, all right, that's what's going on. Okay, well, glad the Eagles are doing good right now. Gotta love it when you see your brother get featured on the jumbotron, baby. Let's go. Here we go, 62.
Well, I'm
thoughts
glad
on
you guys are watching.
Thoughts on Lane Johnson getting back out there after being out 4 weeks?
I mean, obviously it made a huge difference. You know, Lane obviously playing through a lot of pain, torn adductor. It's going to require surgery at the end of the year. But man, you couldn't notice it. He was out there dominating like usual. Didn't allow a single pressure. Didn't allow a single sack.
Gotta love it.
I mean, he's so good. Even when he's not at his best, he's still the best out there. And you like having him back out there, honestly, not just for the player he is, but when you play that much with a guy, you really just love him being out there with you. You know, he's got a great energy. He's got a great disposition as a teammate. He's just a fun guy to have in the meeting room, on the practice field, in the game. His personality is a comforting personality, and he makes guys play better because of who he is as a person. So huge to have him back out there, and for him to still be able to play at a high level. So, yeah.
Nice. Well, I think that wraps it up on the Eagles offensive line and that Eagles-Giants game. You want to talk a little divisional game?
Let's do it, yeah.
Rest of the division?
Yeah, rest of the divisional games, yeah. We got Bengals versus the Bills. Bengals 27, Bills 10. Bills' playoff run ended in the divisional round at home, and this was the second straight season it's ended in the divisional round. Bengals went up 14-0 early and never looked back.
Yeah.
The Bills had Damar Hamlin in the building, obviously pre-game, which had to mean a lot to them.
Yeah.
I would imagine that was a pretty emotional moment for the whole team.
Yeah. Whole organization, man.
I mean, this has been a huge – I mean, they've probably been right up there with you guys as one of the favorites, especially this year, heavily favored to win the Super Bowl. A lot of talent. Josh Allen coming into his own, had an unbelievable season last year. I think everybody's expecting big things.
Yeah, that wasn't the Bills team that we know.
Yeah,
there was not a lot of energy, and that is a high energy team, a team that plays very well together, and they just didn't look like they played their best ball. I'll tell you, it's tough to keep putting it all together against great teams week in, week out, man. And sometimes the ball just doesn't roll your way. I know there was little things like I don't want to say ball placement to put it on Josh or the routes in terms of how guys were running routes, but whoever's fault it was or whatever the situation was, they were just off a tick, and they just couldn't get it going. In the defense, they were trying to get stops, but that's a high-powered Bengals offense, man. You got to be able to put up touchdowns against their defense to stay in games and to give yourself a chance because of how good the Bengals play together on all three phases.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know if it's the Bills not playing as well as it is the Bengals just looking good, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're playing great
Cincinnati is
football right now,
playing
man.
really, really good football right now. They've kind of struggled a little bit early on in the season, but man, have they been unbelievable second half of the season and in the playoffs so far.
Yeah. Well, Joey Burrow had that I think illness or some type of something that was going on early on in the season where he didn't play that much. So that's why they struggled early. But ever since he's been back, man, they've been the Bengals from the end of the season last year that got us. And they're playing great football, man. And it looks like all their wideouts and all their skilled players are playing flawlessly together. Joey's feeling comfortable back there. We're gonna have to come in as a defense and wreak havoc, man. And then offensively, we got to put up touchdowns. Field goals aren't gonna win you a football game in the playoffs, man. And no bigger time than doing against a team that's looking like they're playing the best they played all year.
Well, yeah, they looked great against the Bills, and they had the Bills frustrated. You could see it on the sideline. Obviously, everybody points out like the Stephon Diggs moment where he's going like this to Josh Allen.
You hate to see it.
When you see that a team's frustrated, and we've all been there.
Everybody's been.
I know
there,
I've been there. It is frustrating as hell when things aren't going your way, when you don't feel like you're living up to the standard that you've set for yourselves.
Yeah.
And
everybody knows Stephon Diggs as a player, as a person. His heart isn't in the wrong area. He's just frustrated, man, and it's hard to control those emotions in the biggest game of the season. In the biggest moments where you feel like you could help the team out. And it's a tough situation to be there, but I'll tell you what, man, you try not to give the world that image of you. You know what I mean? Like, because that doesn't sum up Josh and Stephon Diggs' relationship. You know what I mean? But it's definitely going to be portrayed like that because of the situation at hand. So,
hey, listen, if I can help unportray that, I know what you're going through, Stephon. I played wide receiver, freshman football. Listen, I'm just letting you know. I played wide receiver in the freshman football team at Cleveland Heights. And let me tell you, there is nothing more frustrating than being open and not getting the football as a receiver. I'm telling you. It is the most frustrating thing in the world. There's no other position than receiver, and you know this a little bit playing tight end. It is half of it's your job getting open, but it don't matter how open you get. If that guy doesn't get you the ball, you still got to have somebody that's going to throw that ball to you. And, dude, I lost it in one practice, and Coach Hoon. I'm sitting here. Coach Hoon. Yep. Coach Larry Hoon.
Gotta love a good Larry Hoon reference.
Mustachioed man. Can we get a pic of him up there? Production team. I mean, that is a iconic individual at Cleveland Heights High School. Wrestling coach, freshman
Northeast
football
Ohio.
coach when we were there.
Northeast Ohio, baby. He's in the Hall of Fame up there in Northeast Ohio, man.
Dude. He was also the health and PE. Or I don't know if he did PE. I know he did health.
He was PE too.
All right. Well,
I feel like those go hand in hand.
Yeah, it's pretty. And so was Mike Jones, the head football coach. But
who?
Mike Jones.
Every time.
But anyways, dude, I was in a practice one time, and the quarterback wasn't throwing me the ball, and I yell at him. I'm like, "Yo, bro, will you throw me the ball? I'm wide open over here." And I think I had a little bit more choice words, and Coach Hoon made me do about laps till the practice ended. He was furious at me. He's like, "Are you not a team player? Are you not a team player, Jason?" I'm like, "Coach, I'm wide open. Throw me the ball." I'm like, what are you talking about? You want to win? I'm a winner.
You fucking prima donna.
I'm just saying. I completely get it. I know it's not. Obviously, you wish it was done in a different way, but man, that frustration is real out there as a receiver.
For sure.
It's so reliant on somebody else for you to be able to be the dog you are. And make no mistakes about it, Stephon Diggs is a dog. And, and listen, he's already trying to make it right. He's got these tweets. It's easy to criticize my reaction more than the result. He also said, want me to be okay with our level of play when it's not up to the standard? Nah. Want me to be okay with losing? Nah. Hey, I mean, obviously you wish you would have handled it a little bit better in the moment, but man, it's an emotional game. Guys are going to react how they react. And I got a feeling the reason why he's such a good player is because of that heart and emotion that he plays the game with.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And how much dedication he puts to his craft, man. I see that dude in L.A. I feel like I've seen him down in South Florida. He is always working on his craft, man. And he's always the last one out there on the field. He's always the most electric and into the process. guy that I've seen in the offseason, man. And yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I'll tell you what'll keep you from kind of acting like that is playing quarterback. Playing quarterback.
Good point.
Completely different mindset.
That's a good point. I also played quarterback.
You realize what that guy's going through to some extent, and I'm sure Stevan has played quarterback at some point in his life, being the type of athlete that he is. But still doesn't take away with how frustrated you could get being wide ass open and not getting the ball. If that was the case, I don't even know if that was the case, but playing quarterback. Playing quarterback.
Stephon Diggs, he's probably wide ass open. Let's be honest.
I mean, shit. Being in that huddle, in the pocket, feeling everything that I felt in high school, let alone maybe a little bit in college.
Yeah.
That guy's dealing with a lot back there, man. He's dealing with a lot, and it's not as easy as some may make it look.
I played quarterback for one quarter at Cleveland Heights. 2 passes, no completions, and 1 interception.
Jason played wide receiver in freshman football.
I played wide receiver the first game of that year, too.
Linebacker, running back his senior year, averaged 9 yards a carry, and then played quarterback for one game.
1 quarter.
1 quarter, sorry.
Threw 2 passes. One of them was an interception. After that interception, I was like, hey, I think I'm just going to run this ball every time. And then I was like, Coach, I am dead tired. I can't play quarterback and linebacker anymore. We got to make a decision here. I honestly think Coach Mike Jones, Coach Jones, I love you. I really think I was very full of myself in high school. Like I really thought I was a great player. And I really think he did that to humble me, and it 100% worked, Coach.
Well, you got to love the good coaches out
like
there.
I was like, I told him during the week, I used to go out
moment.
there and practice and throw fades to Jerome Royal, and they were on the money. And I'm like, dude, I can play quarterback. This is easy. And I think our starting quarterback was late or something like that. And I was like, Coach, put me in. I can do this. And I think he was like, you know what? I'm going to show you can't do this, Jason. That it's not as easy as you think it is. And he was 100% right. It worked. It was a very humbling moment for me. All right.
The great coaches out here, man.
Yep. Growing people.
Yeah, there you go. Moving on to the Cowboys versus the 49ers. Kind of a slow game. Not a whole lot of action, not a whole lot of points. 12-19. Niners get them. Taking out the NFC East rival that everybody, I think a lot of Eagles fans were hoping that the Cowboys got them so that you guys could see them for a third time at the Linc. But the 49ers had other plans. Featured Jerry Jones before the game, giving a little pep talk to the kicker. I don't know if that's helping the kicker or hurting the kicker.
I can't help.
I don't
what
think
is he
I've ever
giving
seen,
him?
I don't
What's
think
he
I've
giving
ever
him?
seen Clark Hunt go down and give a pep talk to anybody playing the game.
What is
man.
Jerry Jones saying to that guy? That's
I'll tell you what.
him?
If he was able to give anybody a pep talk, he did play soccer, so kicking would probably be
Jerry
the
Jones
one
played
thing.
Soccer?
No. I'm talking about Clark Hunt, our owner.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
That would probably be his comfort zone of being able to help somebody out. But I don't know if he's getting involved that much out there on the field, let alone going down in warm-ups right before the game. Maybe during the week, shoot the guy a text hey, we're behind you. We're confident in what you got going.
Bro, if you're the kicker, you know it's gotten to another level of bad when the owner, you missed a couple in pre-game warm-ups, and now it's so bad that the owner has come onto the field and is trying to talk me into being better. That's another level of people are worried. That's not giving me any more confidence.
That's not helping anything.
No. Oh my God. Man, this guy really doesn't have any faith in me. He just came out the press box to come talk to me.
I've never seen him down here before the game.
I am so happy that he made his field goals. I have never.
No,
I can't remember he missed an extra point. He didn't miss it. It got blocked, but it was a low kick. It was a bad kick again.
Dude,
but he made
slow motion on that kick. That kick might have been off the field. It was going so left. It hit the number 3 guy on the defense to the left arm.
Yeah.
That thing was going way left.
It was not good. You're right. But I was so happy he made the field goals because I was like, please. I've never been on edge more watching kicks in my entire life. I swear. Like, I mean, on an extra point, I don't even, it's more like an afterthought. You're just like, all right, here we go. Let's go kick this extra point. And then the first one came out low and it got blocked. That next field goal, I was like, dude, if he can't make an extra point, there's no way he's making this. And he drilled it. Yeah. He drilled the next two. Huge kicks in the game, too. I was so happy for that guy, man.
I'm not gonna lie though, when that first extra point got blocked, I heard every Philadelphia Eagles fan laughing in the back of my head. I just heard everybody like, he missed another one. What an idiot! They can't figure it out. I just heard every Eagles fan just laughing more and more. Every Eagles fan probably placed a bet on that first kick being blocked. Like if there was a parlay or something, like a one hitter that everybody could just slam. Cowboys kicker misses first field goal. They all slammed it and just laughed their ass off after that first miss.
Here we come again on our own. What's that? What's that song? I'm trying to. Living on the only road I've ever known.
This is like, keep going, dude.
Like a drifter, but it's like a kicker. I was born. I don't know.
To walk alone.
Dude, oh my gosh. Mike McCarthy on the last play of the game. Oh my goodness.
Holy shit. That's why you got to love football, man. Sometimes it just looks like some of these coaches are just sitting in their rooms way too long, man, because we can't figure out what the fuck.
Well, they got to do something. So let's.
I'd expect you got to get creative. Last play of the game. What can you even really do? You know what I mean? You're on your own. What, 30?
Yeah, you're doing a play that's going to have a plan for maybe 2 laterals, and then you're playing playground football.
Zeke goes to center. And the Niners call timeout. They're like, all right, we got to have – what did they do?
Right away, you know something's up.
You know something's up. And let's just make sure we got everybody accounted for here. So they instead of putting a D lineman, they put a linebacker over Zeke.
Yeah.
And I originally I had no idea where the play was going, like where it was going to go after I forget the receiver's name, but number 9 for the Cowboys. When he catches it, it's a lateral to somebody. Dak immediately throws it and runs towards him. So it looks like he was going to throw it to Dak. Mm-hmm. But I can't figure out what they were going to do after that. And an interesting play. I feel like if you're number 9, you can't run it that deep. You can't run that route that deep to be able to catch and get tackled. The biggest thing is to make sure that you catch the ball and get it out of your hands so you can keep the play alive.
Yeah, you definitely can't do what he did, which is catch it and get tackled. I mean, listen, this is a play that they've repped 20 times at the end of every walkthrough.
More than 20, dude.
But they've never repped it live. They're doing it on air, and everybody's just laddering the ball, having fun, and you think you're ready for it. And almost every time you go and do this play live, whatever it is, because it's different for every team. Mm-hmm. But whenever you go out there and you do it live, it almost never works. It works maybe once every 3 or 4 years. One of these plays will work.
It worked one time I've ever seen it work, and it was the Miami Miracle against the Patriots.
Patriots, yeah.
That's the only time I've ever seen that last play work.
It's not a high percentage play. Matter of fact, I think the other team ends up scoring more times than you do half the time. That we actually ran our last play earlier this year in a game, and the other team scored at the end of it. I think it was Washington. It was Washington. Our old Eagles draft picked it up and scored a touchdown right at the end of the game. We tried a little lateral play. I mean, you're pulling out all the stops.
Patriot roulette. Roulette.
Well,
even though I don't think that one was.
That's different because that wasn't a called lateral play. That's why that one was so ridiculous. It's like, we're not even on that play, and these guys are trying to run that play.
Let's get to what made this play absolutely electric, and that was the fact that
Zeke was at center.
Zeke got put in a tough situation.
Well, I mean, listen, Zeke was out there to do something else. That's the only reason he's at center.
Ooh,
like if he was just there to snap the ball, they would have left a center out on the field. So I don't know what was going to happen after the receiver caught the ball. I think what was going to happen was he was going to pitch it back to Dak, and then Dak was going to throw it to Zeke. That's what I think was going to happen.
Because when you're the center, you're typically not eligible. You don't have
he
somebody
reported as
playing
ineligible.
You.
So Zeke in the game reported ineligible.
And when you report ineligible, typically you
can't get a pass.
You can't get a
so
pass.
So nobody's accounting for you.
They don't put a man-to-man defender on you.
What they weren't accounting for was the linebacker bull rushing the crap out of him. Fuck. I mean, dude.
I mean, it looked good. It looked good. His first initial couple steps.
Snap was great. Snap was better than most of my snaps.
All right,
and he had some good footwork, but they didn't. They worked on the snap clearly, and they worked on the set. They didn't work the hands. Hands are outside and high. That's a bad recipe right there.
And Zeke's he's a very well-rounded football player. I'm sure he wasn't ready to get bull
I don't think he was
in that
expecting
situation.
I think he was probably thinking about what was going on later in the play. Like, okay, after I snap this ball, I got to get over here. And when he snapped it, and he's like, "Oh crap, I have to actually block for a second." It took him off guard.
Damn it. Man, made that play absolutely electric. And again, after that one, just like after the block field goal, I heard Philadelphia absolutely dying hysterically in the back of my mind.
Yep.
But shout out to Stephen A. Smith going off yet again on the Cowboys, man. Shout out to Dak and Zeke and the Cowboys. A hell of a season. Obviously, we're laughing about this, but we got all the respect in the world for these guys, man.
For sure. And I think what's even more interesting about this play, though, I do got to say this. They didn't need to do this play. They had opportunities in that drive, and they had bad clock management.
Situational football, man.
Yeah, I mean,
playoff football.
They had bad clock management before when they punted it. They could have stolen some more seconds by handling that better. And then they had they throw a sideline shot to the tight end, Dalton Schultz. And he doesn't fight to get upfield. Gets knocked back, going backwards, keeps the clock running.
Yeah.
Another out pass to him where they were going to get another 20 yards on that or so, 15. I don't know how deep it was. Doesn't drag his foot.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
For him, man. It's a situation. You catch the ball, obviously before you catch the ball, you don't really know who's behind you. So you're thinking get out of bounds fast, but unless you're moving forward, the clock doesn't stop. I was getting a lot of questions about why the clock didn't stop when he went out of bounds. I'm like, you have to literally
you have to go forwards.
And or the defense can hit you backwards, and that accounts for you not going forward out of bounds.
And they usually give it to you as long as you're fighting to go forward.
Yeah.
Like the fact that, and that's what was crazy to me, is he just like took getting hit and went backwards. I'm like, bro, at least got to give an effort to go forward.
I think it just caught him off guard.
Well, at that point in the game too, they're already like disgruntled. They're frustrated. The game hasn't gone their way up until that point. But
I'm defending him because he's a great player. But he is
a great player.
He'll definitely learn from that situation.
Yeah, and they could have gotten into a situation maybe
we all
instead
can learn
of
from that situation.
We do it every week. Every week we put up stuff around the league to learn from, and I guarantee we're going to have that on the week of situational football awareness.
Yes, sir.
Nick Sirianni's for sure going to be pointing that out. But anyways, if they execute on both of those, save some more time, they're probably in jump ball at the end of the game, which is a much higher percentage chance of working out than your playground, backyard football, Zeke snapping the ball play.
Oh, man. I just wanted to see that play develop just a few more seconds.
I know.
To see
I really
what was going on.
I do. Now I'm more curious. I'm very curious to see what the rest of that was. Do you think it'll ever get announced? You think they'll ever release it?
No, but I'm definitely about to ask somebody on the Cowboys.
We should, right?
Tight end I'm asking all the Cowboys tight ends what the fuck that play was going to.
I kind of just was not nice to Schultz. Do you think he'll give you any information?
No, Dalton's a great dude. Great dude. Love that guy.
Cool.
All right, now, well, moving on to the New Heights Stamp of the Week. So the Stamp of the Week usually goes to somebody taking their game to new heights, typically around the NFL or in the football world. This week, we have Kyle McCory being the New Heights, official New Heights Stamp of the Week. Had the sign, we mentioned it earlier at the game. It was up on the Jumbotron at the Eagles game. Andy had the Instagram post, but Jason, you finally signed a baby.
That's right. I signed my first baby. I mean, obviously, plastic baby doll, but I think it counts. And I hope personally this turns into a thing. I would love to sign more babies.
Everybody bringing their doll to the game.
Bring your baby dolls and come get them signed. I can't turn down a baby doll.
Did you just sign it name? You didn't put any?
Signed it, my name on the forehead, and then did Go Birds on the cheek. I thought about new news, but he was clearly an Eagles fan, so went Go Birds.
That's classic. The NFL tweeted about it, and our mentions have been getting flooded of pictures of actual babies that people
Of
wanna
actual
sign.
babies.
Yeah, actual babies. So everybody's like, yo, that baby ain't real. Sign this kid right here. Hey, come here. Come here, baby.
Listen, I've looked it up. Sharpies are not toxic to be
You looked
ingested.
up? No
or
warning?
inhaled.
No warning sign?
Not only no warning, they have been certified non-toxic.
Huh.
Now, they did say something about on skin, there's not like a, this was on like ingestion or inhalation. But, listen, if it's safe to lick, it's probably safe to put on your skin. I'm signing a baby. I don't care.
You already did. You
Give me them.
signed one already.
No, I'm signing an actual.
Derwin
baby.
James signed it, a baby.
Yeah. Give us those
God.
babies.
Fucking your guy.
I hope it turns into a thing. There was a guy at Arrowhead. You got to mention the guy at Arrowhead who's looking to get his baby signed, and you negated to sign the baby again. You refuse. Why do you refuse the baby?
What baby did I refuse to sign?
The guy that came to Arrowhead looking to get his baby signed, and you didn't sign it.
I didn't refuse to. I didn't see it until after the game.
Yeah, likely story.
Listen, I'll sign a little plastic baby. All right, I'll sign that. I'll sign that baby all day.
You're not gonna sign a real baby?
I don't think that Sharpie on a baby's skin is worth it. Okay.
Listen, babies are not these pristine animals. They're filthy creatures that eat anything up off the ground. The Sharpie is not going to make a difference.
Filthy animal.
They are. Wyatt eats compost out of the garden. I think the Sharpie's going to be just fine on her forehead.
There's no way that's good for her.
It's not good for her, but you can't prevent anything going into her mouth. There's no way I have the oversight or the attention to prevent all of this from happening.
Touche, man. And
They
that's
pick
how
up-
and that's how Kelsey's are raised. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember.
How do you think you build up your immune system?
That's how you dirt. You
Yeah.
fucking
Dirt, week old Cheetos they find under the couch that you forgot were there.
and then vitamin C, orange juice, a gallon of orange juice always in the Kelsey household refrigerator.
No, it wasn't. Was it?
It was until I drank it all, for sure.
I never remember drinking.
I
I was
was
never a big orange juice guy.
I was chugging orange juice and 2% milk like it was my
I do remember the 2%.
It was like hydrating.
It was weird. Why were we 2% not whole milk? That's where they tried to get the health back.
I don't know. Yeah, I just
We would there would be sodas littered throughout the refrigerator and then 2% milk. Like, this is where we're going to go healthy at.
That's where we cut it off right here.
Hey.
The dairy. All right now. Well, shout out to Kyle McCory. Appreciate you taking your game to new heights, presenting us with the babies, and now Jason wants it to be a thing. So the link better be filled with fucking babies, getting ready to sign.
Get the
line
bring
out
the
the
babies.
door, baby.
Bring the babies.
Keep the line out the door, man.
Bring the babies.
How did we miss that baby? I missed that baby because I was playing football. But I'll tell you what, I'll keep my eye open the next time. And if I see that baby in the stands, I'll sign that baby for you.
There you go.
And I'll one-up Jason Kelsey. And I'll put new news on it. Let's move on to conference championship previews. Niners at the Eagles. The Linc hosting the NFC championship game. Expect the Linc to be absolutely rocking. The last time these teams met in the playoffs, 1996. But this is the Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy rematch, and they weren't even born yet in 96, which makes me feel extremely old.
Yep.
The youngest QB matchup in NFC championship game history. They definitely played in college, and that was an electric game. Looked like Oklahoma had him the entire game, and then Purdy got pretty good late in the game and almost had a big time comeback. Goes for 2 late in the game and does not get it, and I believe that's how they lost the game. But offense versus defense. That's what they're saying. The Eagles' offense versus the Niners' defense, and the Eagles finished with the top offense in the NFC as the Niners finished with the top defense in the NFC in terms of points per game and yards per game. George Kittle says it's going to be cold and violent, and that's George's game. Very violent, a lot of in-your-face football and just physicality. Cold? I don't know if it's going to be cold.
Yeah,
what is technically cold? I feel like cold is like negative.
That's how you know they're in California. It's going to be like a high of 50 on Sunday, supposedly.
But George
ain't going to be that cold.
He went to Iowa grew up around Oklahoma.
Yeah, but he's been in California the last few years. He's gotten
But
used
it's
to that
North
Cali
Cal.
weather. Well, I don't even know what North Cal temp is, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that cold.
I was about to say 40s, 50s. That's
good
that's
football weather
perfect.
right
That's
there.
some good football weather right
That
there.
just means I'm not going to get tired. That's all that means. Can't wait.
Got to get excited for the matchup, man. Big tight end U matchup, baby. Dallas Goedert versus George Kittle.
The original tight end U.
Ooh. I ain't mad at that matchup. That'd be fun to watch. Niners got 12 straight wins. Does that play into it at all? I mean, obviously you're not thinking about a lot of what the other team's doing, kind of focused on more of what your team is doing and your team's capable of doing. But how are we feeling going into this week?
Yeah, I mean, listen, no matter who you're playing in the NFC Championship, you're going to be playing a really, really good team. And, they're a really good team. They're good across the board. I think up until this point, you see teams and they have really good players, but there's obviously weaknesses here and there. And when you look at the Niners,
It's hard to find that.
ain't no weaknesses, man. They are good across the board, especially on defense. They got a defensive line that's pretty much as good as anybody in the league. They got a set of linebackers that fly around. I mean, Warner is all over the field. Greenlaw's an unbelievable player. I mean, their DBs are all over the place. Their safeties are down in the box quick. I mean, they are about as complete of a roster as you're going to see. And offensively, they're great too. So, yeah, we got our hands full. It's going to be a great battle at the Linc, and you wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, this is what playoff football is about. You know, I still, as every game, you always focus on yourselves. And we played a great game last game, took care of the football, made limited mistakes. We really we didn't kill ourselves, and I think we have a great roster too. And you got to go into it playing good football, having aggression, playing physical, playing hard, and know that the opponent you're playing is going to be giving it everything they got too. So it's going to be a fun one for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be an action-packed day on Championship Sunday, man. Got two great games. And I can't wait to see how you guys attack them and how you guys play against the Niners, man. I know they were a tough team when we played them. Those guys fly around on defense, man. So, best of luck to you, big dog.
Yeah. You got any pointers?
You got to be able to run the ball. Run the ball opens up everything.
Listen, don't say any of this stuff.
I think
just say you're going to tell me behind the camera.
If you
don't say anything on camera. Give it to me all off the camera. What are you talking
all right. Ask me again.
you got any pointers?
You got to be able to run the ball against them.
Oh my!
That opens up the play action.
Will you stop?
It's football, man. I'm sure Sirianni's got it all schemed up, man.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about your game. Bengals at the Chiefs. Better send those refunds. There will be no neutral site AFC Championship game.
What a liner by Joey Burrow, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Was this the one you guys, I mean, obviously, whether it's the Bengals or the Bills, you're facing a tough opponent. Two of the only teams that beat you during the season, along with the Colts. Obviously, if the Bills would have won, you would have had to play a neutral site down in Atlanta. Now you guys get to play another game in Arrowhead. Was this what you were kind of hoping, was be able to finish it off in front of your home crowd? Or were you even focused on that?
I mean, I obviously had hopes that we'd be able to play another game in Kansas City in front of Arrowhead, get that home field advantage that we worked so hard for in the regular season. And, and then on top of that, play one of the best teams in the National Football League, and they're playing their best football right now. And that's a challenge I get excited for, especially because they've gotten the better of us the last three matchups, and they're very confident and have made it known that they think that they're the big dog in the AFC. And it's like I said, man, it's exciting. It's exciting. I cannot fucking wait till Sunday kickoff starts and we can go out there and prove to ourselves who we are. Because I think we're pretty fired up that we're playing our best football heading into this game as well.
Well, you guys have been playing your best football for a while now. The Chiefs are making their 5th straight appearance in the AFC Championship. That is incredible. Like
That's
5
crazy,
straight AFC Championship games. How many of those have been in Arrowhead? All of them?
All 5.
That is crazy. Talk about success, man. But yeah, you guys, if there's one team you guys have struggled with, it is Cincinnati. And this is a rematch of not only week 13 from this year, but also last year's AFC Championship rematch.
Yeah.
Joey Burrow 3-0. Yeah, how are you feeling? What are you guys doing? We talk about rivalries. It feels like this one's been building to be a rivalry, but let's be honest. It ain't a rivalry unless you win sometimes. And right now, Cincinnati's been doing most of the winning. So what are you guys going to try and do to actually come out on top this time?
My first thing is can't turn the ball over, especially in the fourth quarter. I think we all remember that.
Are you alluding to something?
That fumble that I had. I felt like we had him in the bag until I did that and changed the complete, not only the momentum of the game, but ended up putting them in a situation where they had the upper hand. And I screwed the team doing that one. But
they
that's
played a
gonna
good
be the
game
biggest
too,
thing.
though.
That's going to be the biggest thing. No, I mean, hats off to him, you know. But I look at the game and how I could make a better impact or how I can help my team win, and that's where I hang my hat at the end of the day. And I'm going to be out there playing my tail off, knowing that that's what happened last time I played these guys is I let my team down. And I said it before throughout the year, when you don't play your best against a team, it just makes you for that much more fired up to be able to go out there and kick some ass, man. And like I said, man, I'm geared up. I'm getting antsy in the seat just talking about it.
You guys got any good AFC Championship stories? You've been there 5 freaking straight years.
I got some good ones, man. But hopefully the best are yet to come. Know what I'm saying?
No, what are you saying?
All right now. That's what I'm saying. You heard me.
All right. That's it. Show close. That wraps up the 24th episode of New Heights. Make sure you subscribed on YouTube to the New Heights channel so you can watch all of our new videos as they are released. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And make sure to check out our official merch at homage.com/New Heights. Get some cool sweatshirts like this one right here.
All right, now you're definitely gonna want that merch, man. And they're comfy stuff, though, man. They're comfy shirts, comfy hoodies. I love wearing them, man. Once again, New Heights is a Jukes original show presented by Wave Sports and Entertainment, brought to you by our friends at NerdWallet. Make the smart choice about your finances and check out our friends over at NerdWallet. Follow the show on all social media channels or all social media networks at New Heights Show for fun clips throughout the week. And thanks to our production for always making us look way better than we are. We genuinely and truly appreciate you. And thank you to the listeners for always tuning in. And good luck, brother, on Championship Sunday. Hopefully we see you guys next week as winners. Peace.